Welcome to The Daily Show.
Thank you so much.
And welcome to New York City. You came here on a zero-emissions boat. And part of me thinks that's because you love the climate. The other part of me wonders if that's just your Viking heritage.
Maybe it is.
It might be?
Yeah.
Tell me why you did that. Why didn't you fly to New York City to come and, speak at the UN and inspire people to move forward in the climate change movement?
I did it because I have, since a few years, stopped flying because of the enormous impact aviation has on the climate individually. And just to make a stand. And I am one of the very few people in the world who can actually do such a trip. So I thought, why not?
Wow. I mean, I know I wouldn't do that as a kid, and I wouldn't do it now. But what is inspiring is your determination, and what's inspiring is that it doesn't just affect other young people, it started to affect older generations in Sweden, in Germany. People are starting to call it the Greta effect, where people are taking more trains. Since you started this movement, they've said they feel ashamed to fly unnecessarily in Europe. Your mom is an opera singer, and she stopped flying, which means she couldn't perform the way she used to. Do you sometimes feel bad that she can't perform, or are you more excited that she's not part of, I guess, polluting the planet?
I don't care, honestly, about how she performs. She's doing musicals now, so I mean, she had to change career, but it wasn't that big.
And the planet is the most important thing for you.
Yeah, I mean, for all of us, I think it should be.
Why do you think young people are so focused on climate change now? There's a definite disconnect between older generations and younger generations when talking.
We, in a way, feel like it is more a direct threat. Others feel like, I won't be alive then anyway, so screw it. But we actually know that these consequences, we especially care about this. And of course, the awareness is not as it needs to be. It's not as much as it needs to be. People are still very continue, but you can see that among young people, the concern is bigger.